Hi, this is Dr. Lonnie Smith, and you're about to hear some incredible music. by a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Robbie Robinson, great conductor, arranger, and musician. Stick around.
Joey DiFrancesco here. Just want to say a few words about my friend, Robbie Robinson. Wonderful person, most of all. Great musician, musical director for many years with my other friend, Frankie Valli. I can't say enough good things about this guy. You're there today with him and you're hanging out, and you're going to find out for yourself.
And now a man who has learned after all these years that big girls do cry, Robbie Robinson.
Well, hello out there, you jammers, and welcome to a really special edition of Jammin' Java. This is so exciting tonight because this is our third annual Baseball Organist Roundtable, and if you know me at all, which you probably do if you've been watching this show much, you know that I love baseball, I love the Dodgers, I love Oregon, so it's really special to get all these great, amazing musicians who also play in front of more. These guys play in front of more people than any other organist I know, because they're playing in front of thousands and thousands, 40, 50,000 people a night at the stadium, plus millions on TV. And this is really, really, really going to be fun. So there's a lot going on. Let's see here. We always start. Well, let me see who's in the chat here for starters. My buddy from Litchfield, Bob Sneed. Hey, we've got a cool Litchfield surprise too tonight, Bob. And hello, Ruth Holiday. Thank you so much for coming on board here. Jennifer Green, good evening, Robbie and Jammers, another one of the regular Jammers. And this is our youngest Jammer, the original Alex, 18 years old from Detroit. Hello, brother. Hey, Senior B, thank you, Phil. It's the All-Star break. Indeed it is. I know they've got the home run derby going on, and I was watching a little bit of it right before the show. It's still going on. I don't know. I know that Bryce Harper just went down in the first round, and he had Dino Ebel, who is the Dodger coach, pitching to him, interestingly enough. KP Lynn, who is, you do so much for us. Thank you so much for all you do, and you already know it's going to be a home run. Amen. I think it's going to be a grand slam. What do you think? Richard in the house. Hey, brother, how are you? George, hey, brother. Oh, and look at this. Cheryl Zeldin John. That would be Mrs. Tommy John. Say, how does Tom get in? Okay, I will call you in just a couple minutes. What you should do is the link that I sent you, either via email or by text, just click on that and just follow the prompts. Hello, Anthony. Hey, and I owe you a text, Anthony. I'll have to get hold of those alumni guys and get those sent to you. And hello, Bob. Hello, Teresa. Well, listen, everybody, we always start with a word of prayer, and normally that is led by the chaplain of Jammin' Java, and that would be Pastor Chuck Pearson. But tonight we have a pinch hitter, and since it's a baseball theme, I thought this was only appropriate that we bring in a pinch hitter who has a little bit of understanding of the game, and a little understanding of the Dodgers and the Mets. Here we go.
Father, we just love you and we thank you. We thank you for this time. We thank you for Robbie. We thank you for all that he is doing for the kingdom. We thank you for the lives that he is reaching, Father, through this network, Father. We thank you that we could come on and we could speak life and we could speak truth. We just pray for these times that we're in, Father. We plead the blood over this country. We plead the blood over peace, your peace, not man's peace, your peace that surpasses all understanding. Give us that, Father. We call out that right now in the name of Jesus. And Father, we just thank you. We thank you for the grace that you have given us. Father, we know that your grace is sufficient for us. and your strength is made perfect in weakness, Father. And times we get weak, Father, we ask that you continue to lift us, continue to allow us to be a voice and to be bold, continue to allow Robbie to be bold in all that he do, to glorify you and speak life in this dark time. Father, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. We're more than conquerors through Christ Jesus. We thank you for this show. We bind every assignment that the enemy has. Father, we send this petition up to you right now, and we ask that you would cover it and that you would seal it in one great name, your wonderful Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for sinners like us, that we may have life and may have it more abundantly. And we have that today because of Jesus Christ, your wonderful Son. We send it up to you and say amen and amen and glory to God. All right, take it, Robbie.
Thank you, Pastor Daryl Strawberry. Now, we always start with a song because this is kind of a music-oriented show. And this is a song that I wrote as a tribute to who I consider to be the greatest baseball announcer in the history of baseball. And I don't think I get too many arguments. So here it is.
May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every care a promise, and a blessing in each trial. For every problem life seems a faithful friend to share, for every sigh a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer.
May God give you an answer for each prayer. May the Lord show you He's real and really there. We bow before the Lord and hope His love He will share. May God give you an answer for each prayer. For every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every care a promise, a blessing in each trial. For every problem life sends a faithful friend to share. For every sigh a sweeter song, an answer to each prayer. And may God give you an answer for each prayer. May the Lord show you He's real and really there. We bow before the Lord and hope His love He will share. May God give you an answer for each prayer. May God give you an answer for each prayer. May the Lord show you He's real and really there. We bow before the Lord and hope His love He will share. May God give you, bless and keep you. May God
All right, that was a song that Andrea Hammond I wrote as a tribute to the one and only Vin Scully. Now, Vin Scully was the Dodger announcer for 67 years. Now, digest that for a minute. 67 years from, I think his first year was either 50 or 51. And basically, he was a walking encyclopedia of baseball. And on top of that, he was just an absolutely amazing. He was like Shakespeare. He was the poet laureate of baseball announcers. And what a blessing it was to be able to, my whole life, basically get the chance to listen to listen to Vin Scully announce those baseball games. So what else is going on in the world of Robbie's Records here? We had a pretty big happening here. I've got to show you this if I can find it now. Let me see here. Last year at this time, oh gosh, I'm having trouble seeing this here. Well, I did see this. So while I'm here, make sure if you're not on my mailing list, please join, because it's definitely, then you can kind of see all of the goodies that come your way for Robbie's Records and all the stuff that's going on here. I'm looking for a particular scene, but I don't. Oh, here we go. So last year we had this baseball organist roundtable, and we had and Robbie's Records, we were at 12 million YouTube views last year. And do I have a drum roll here? I don't think so. So as of this morning, here's where we stand. 20 million views. So we gained 8 million views since last year's show. So thank you all supporters, all you jammers out there who have been so supportive and following us. And so thank you for all of that. So we're going to get into the show here. This is really, really special for me. Let me hook this up here too. I can hear myself. Because one of an absolute baseball legend is sitting in the green room, and I better get him in here before he eats all the green M&Ms. But this guy is just one of the legends of baseball. His name is mentioned at every baseball game more than any other player in the history of baseball. More than Babe Ruth, more than Shohei Ohtani, more than anybody for that matter. And his name is Mr. Tommy John. So everybody, please welcome the great baseball legend, Mr. Tommy John. Tommy, you're in there. I see you. I see a lot of you too there, brother.
You got it, baby. I'm right here.
I know you are. I'm going to adjust your screen just a little bit here. Oh, that's me. Here, let me get you dialed in. This is in action. Tommy John. So how's it going in the world of Tommy John, I should ask you, for starters?
Great. we're down in Florida.
Yeah.
And it's hotter than hot.
Is that right?
Oh my heavens.
Well, it's hot out here too, but it's not as hot as it was in some of those games that you pitched for the Yankees and for the Dodgers.
No, they were warm. They were very warm.
You've had what a amazing thing, a career that you've had, my friend. And one of the things that drives me crazy and so many other baseball experts crazy is the fact that Tommy John is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And I've got a little clip that I thought might be appropriate of just a few of your friends that think you should be in the Hall of Fame. So let's play that for the people. What do you think?
That's fine. Perfect.
Here we go. Hey, everybody. What baseball player's name is spoken at every baseball game more than any other? Babe Ruth? Shohei Ohtani? No. The name you hear most in every broadcast is my buddy, Tommy John. Tommy John has 288 wins, more than any pitcher not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Tommy pitched 26 years, more than any pitcher not named Nolan Ryan. Tommy has a lifetime ERA of 3.34. His career WAR is 79.6, the 19th highest total for any pitcher since 1900. Tommy was the pioneer in the surgery that bears his name, a surgery that offers hope and continued prosperity to thousands and thousands of MLB players. Tommy should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Come on, MLB.
TJ, what a career you have had. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You should have been there a long time ago. And believe me, I will do everything in my power to make sure that Tommy John gets enshrined in the Hall of Fame.
Tommy John, what a great pitcher he was. I couldn't hit him. Here's a guy that we named a procedure after him. So I just want to say, Tommy, you were a great pitcher. I wish I didn't have to hit off you because I couldn't hit you worth a damn. I might have got another 300 or 400 hits if it wasn't for you. Okay, I like you, but I didn't like to face you.
Tommy, how you doing, brother? The Rocket here. Thank you for paving the way for thousands of young arms, and thank you for what you have done in the past for all these up-and-coming young players.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Garvey. Like the old saying goes, life is God's gift to us, and what we do it is our gift to Him. And Tommy John, you've given God a wonderful gift. And that's by being who you are and every day making a difference in people's lives. So congratulations tonight. God bless.
Tommy John, my dear friend and my teammate, what a great career you had. 26 years, 288 wins, a major surgery named after you. What else do you need to do to get into the Hall of Fame? God bless you.
Tommy John, Marty Brenneman. As far as a major league career is concerned, we all feel it's a Hall of Fame career. 26 years, 288 wins, a 334 earned run average. The wins, by the way, are more than over 60 pitchers who are currently in baseball's Hall of Fame.
Tommy, I just want to say it was always wonderful playing with you, and I hope to see you in the Hall of Fame.
Well, there are just a few guys that think you're supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. What are your thoughts on that, by the way, if you want to get into it at all?
I don't have any choice.
That's true.
The Hall of Fame will vote me in, but I've got a big voice that's in the hall right now, and he went in last year.
Jim Cott, you're talking about, right?
Jim Cott.
Yep.
And Jim called me up. The day that after he got in, and apologized.
Wow.
Now that's what kind of a guy Jim Cott is.
Yes.
But if I don't go in the Hall of Fame, I'll go to my grave wanting to be.
Well, one thing I love, and the audience, I don't know if they know that your cast you're in the Smithsonian. That cast that you wore after that surgery in 1974 is in the Smithsonian Institute.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame wrote me and said they would like the cast. And I called him back and I said, Am I in the Hall of Fame? And they said no. And I said, then my cast isn't going in.
Spoken like only Tommy John could, my friend. but you deserve. You're going to get in there. There's no question about it. Here, I'm trying to get you dialed in on this picture, but well, there is the cast, by the way.
Yeah.
Here, and I love it. Here's a picture. I love this picture, and of course, you and I have talked about Tommy Lasorda. What kind of a leader was Tommy Lasorda?
Tommy Lasorda was probably one of the greatest leaders in baseball. He had more BS.
He did,
and
yes.
Oh my God. And you go to the ballpark, and as you were getting dressed, either before the game or after the game, Don Rickles may come into the clubhouse.
Right.
Sinatra may come into the clubhouse. I mean, how many managers would do that? I told somebody I would go through hell in a handbasket if because Tommy was the kind of guy that he made it fun.
Yes. Well,
to
I'm going to
play
share
baseball.
something with the audience about there's a relationship with Tommy Lasorda and the greatest organist that ever lived. The greatest jazz organist that ever lived is a guy named Jimmy Smith. And surprisingly enough, Tommy Lasorda and Jimmy Smith were both from Norristown, Pennsylvania, which always blew my mind because by the way, you have some great stories about backstage or that's not what they call it. What do they call it behind Dodgers when you're not in the field? Back in the locker rooms and stuff. What do you call that? But
back in the locker room.
There you go. That's what I meant to say. And so, but you have so many great stories in this documentary that is getting ready to hit the airways. I know they're just putting finishing touches on it and all that stuff. And I was absolutely honored to be able to do the score on this, my friend. I have here, let me see. I can play I'm going to give a little teaser. This has never been heard by anybody before, Tommy. This is here, let me go back over here a second. This is the theme song. It's called Tommy's Theme for the documentary that's coming up. I'm going to play it. It goes like, well, hold it. How does it go? It goes like this. I am so excited that this is going to be out there someday soon, and very soon, we hope, huh?
That sounds good to me.
And here, look at some of the people that are on the documentary that talk about you. Of course, Tommy John, Cheryl Zeldin John, your beloved bride there. Pete Rose, he was great in this video. Did you you remember what he was talking about on the show?
No, I don't.
Well, one of the things he said he could never hit you. He said if you weren't facing him, he might have 200 or 300 more hits.
Well, that's a little gratuitous, but I'll take it from Pete.
Yeah, Pete was a class act too. Reggie Jackson was great in the documentary too, and they showed a very touching scene when Reggie walked after your son Travis had healed up from his injury.
Right.
and he went out and threw in the first pitch, and Reggie walked him out, right?
Well, they came to me, and I'm starting that night,
Right.
and it's a playoff game. And what can we do? Because, Travis was little. He would get scared. And
Sure.
I said, well, there's one guy that came to the hospital almost every day to say hi to Travis, and that's Reggie Jackson.
Yes.
And they called Reggie, and he said, oh, I would love to. And Reggie, being Reggie, once he said that, you're in.
That was great. And in the movie, in the documentary, he says that on that day when he took Travis out onto the field was one of the best days of his life in his career in baseball. Is that amazing?
Outstanding, yeah.
Yes. And then Steve Garvey is all over it as well. Bucky Dent, Dusty Baker is classic in this show. Looks like we lost your camera. I don't know can you hear me, Tommy?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, we can't see you, but that's okay for now. But Toby Keith, even you're friends with Toby Keith and Tim McGraw, right?
Yeah.
And I know there's talk. They're maybe I should even let this out of the bag, but they're talking to Tim McGraw to try to get him to do some of the narration in the film. So that's all that. Well, I think. Go ahead.
That would be great, because we used to sit and talk about baseball, because Tim's dad was pretty daggone good too.
He wasn't he? Yes, no question about it. Tug McGraw, and a lot of people don't know that Tim McGraw is the son of Tug McGraw. You know that?
I find that, well, it's you got to do your homework.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's time to move to the next segment of this show, and that is we're going to bring on 3 of the Major League Baseball organists, and I think we might as well, since in honor of you, Tommy, so I want you to stay here. As a matter of fact, I wonder why I don't see you. Well, let me see here if it's your screen went black here so you know what I should do is, bear with me, everybody. I'm going to put a picture of Tommy in there. If I can find a picture, I bet I could real quick here. That way it will make more sense before we get into the show here. How about this one? Do we want a Dodger pic? Well, let's see. How about this one? There we go. That's a nice Dodger picture. Actually, oh no, you're back. You're back, baby.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I get back to Florida so we do some more shows so you guys can come out and hang out some more.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun. Well, we're going to start off. I'm going to bring onto the screen one of the organist for the New York Yankees, and he is a dear friend and one of the great men in baseball. Great musician, great person, and his name is Mr. Paul Cartier. So everybody put your hands together for Mr. Paul Cartier. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? Hold on a sec. Oops. Oops. Hey, that's show business. That's not the way it's supposed to go here. How about if I go over here?
Live.
No, that's not Paul Cartier either. I'm going to move it over here. There you are, Paul Cartier. Hey, my friend. All right, let's get that applause out there. Hey, brother, how you doing, my friend?
Good, my brother. How are you? I had to put my jersey on too.
Yes, of course you did. I'm looking forward to another Dodger-Yankee World Series, but we shouldn't say that in front of the other guys, should we?
Nah. Last time it didn't turn out so good.
You know, one of the things, too, is that we're playing right after the All-Star break. Dodgers are playing the Yankees, so that's going to be neat.
Friday night coming up.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium. You'll be there?
I will be there.
Well, go easy on my boys. You know they're sensitive.
Will I be at Yankee Stadium this coming Friday?
Yeah.
You will be?
No, you won't be.
No.
The Dodgers will be.
No, I won't be.
No, you won't be. I have to make an adjustment here, too. Hold on, everybody. One more adjustment. Technical difficulties here. Because we don't want... Okay, I'm going to put that here. Don't you love show business? We'll get this show going here eventually here. If I can do one more little adjustment. So the wrong guy doesn't come up to the wrong place. There's Josh. All right, everybody, put your hands together for Mr. Josh Langhoff.
Hey, Robbie.
Thank you so much. And let me get your screen up here. There you are.
Hey, yeah. There I am.
Josh Langhoff is, well, I'm going to read it here. You're the organist for the Chicago Cubs since 1920. How you like that gig?
Yeah. Well, 2020, so a little bit less time than that.
2020.
Yeah,
oh,
Can't
sorry.
beat it. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing that's really special for me personally. You lived in my beloved hometown of Litchfield, Illinois for about 10 years, right?
That's right. You could say I summered in Litchfield because I was away at college, but my parents were there, right? So I would go back and visit them. Yeah, worked at the Best Western.
And your father, who I had a great chat with yesterday, your father Don Langhoff was the pastor at the church that I grew up in, the church I got married in for many years.
Amazing coincidence, yeah.
Amazing coincidence. So we have one more of your colleagues to bring on, and let's see if everything can work correctly here. Bobby Freeman, everybody put your hands together. There he is. And Bobby Freeman, organist for the Arizona Diamondbacks since their inaugural season, 1998. Congratulations, Bobby.
That was last century.
Yeah, it was 19. I can say 19 for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a long run, my friend. And so you have basically been the only organist for the Arizona Diamondbacks, right?
I'm an original hire with the team, and it's me.
Wow. Congratulations. Well, let's see if I can get all of these cameras to work at the same time. So if I hit this button, I hope it's going to get everybody into the picture. Look at that. It works.
All right. Here we go.
All right. All you organists, meet Tommy John if you haven't met Tommy John before.
Tommy, what an honor.
So great.
Thank you.
Now, Paul, you must have met Tommy before, right? Paul is the organist for the Yankees. Have you met Tommy, Paul?
No, it's been a while.
Uh-huh.
I'm only there 23 years. How long has he been out?
Yeah, but he's been. You've been around Yankee Stadium, haven't you, Tommy?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe you'll go back there when the Dodgers and the Yankees were playing the World Series this year. Oops. Sorry. But one thing you guys, all three of you guys have heard Tommy John's name spoken at your stadium numerous times, I'm sure.
Oh, of course.
Well, of course, I guess, though, you're not really, do you listen? Well, that's the first question. Bobby Freeman, do you actually hear the broadcast from the TV feed or the radio feed? How does that work?
Every game, yes. I listen to everything, and so I'm seeing it live. I'm hearing broadcast. So I'm fortunate enough to have that abilities with everything that the computers and all can do nowadays, online and all. It's really a lot of fun.
And you, Josh, how about you? Do you listen? Do you have the feed there as you're playing?
I do not. I'm on the headsets with the production team, but I only play half the games at Wrigley. The other half are played by my excellent colleague, John Benedek, and so I do hear the broadcasts for those games. and hear Tommy John's name quite a bit.
How about you, Mr. Paul Cartier? Do you listen to the feed? Do you hear the feed?
Yes, sir. I have my choice, whichever one I want to listen to.
Okay. Interesting. And you all three now, do all three of you guys have DJs at the game as well besides the organ music?
Oh, yes.
Now, Tommy, when you were playing, they didn't have DJs at the baseball games, did they?
No.
You know, one of Tommy's friends you go back so far with Nancy B. Heffley, and I wanted to pay a little tribute to Nancy B. Heffley, who was one of the iconic, legendary organists in the history of baseball. And I've got a nice little clip here. Let me play this clip. Well, that's not the clip. Here's the clip. This so far is not going so well, is it? Here's Tommy's clip.
Hey, just want to say a happy day to Nancy B. Cullen Heffley. Nancy Heffley, I first met her when we went to church in New Jersey, and she was the organist at our church. And we became friends, and then it evolved when she got the job at Dodger Stadium, and it was the best thing the Dodgers ever did because that lady could play the organ. And I'm just proud to call Nancy a friend, a very good friend. God bless you.
So this is Nancy B. Heffley. She was our guest. She was my guest here on Jammin' Java 2 years ago, and then she passed away last year. She had been the organist for 25 or 30 years at Dodger Stadium. It blows my mind, Tommy John, that you knew her in New Jersey before she even came out here.
I get around.
You get around. You get around both to the Dodgers and the Yankees and the White Sox and Cleveland, right?
That's right, yeah.
Guys, so there's a documentary, and you probably heard backstage, that is going to be coming out, hopefully, prayerfully, this year, that is just an amazing documentary. And so many illustrious baseball people have come on and talked about Tommy John and the history of Tommy John and why Tommy John should be in the Hall of Fame. But so many great stories, Tommy, of you and your time with the Dodgers and the Yankees. It's amazing. You played with the Dodgers against the Yankees in the World Series, and you played with the Yankees against the Dodgers in the World Series, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yep. Here's another tribute to Nancy B.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Matthew Kaminsky. I'm the Atlanta Braves organist. And even though I never met Nancy in person, I've always felt a kinship to her. You know, Don Sutton was our radio broadcaster for many years at the Braves. And of course, he played for the LA Dodgers. And he used to tell me how much my playing reminded me of Nancy's playing. And that was always a huge compliment whenever he said that to me. And then throughout the years, I got to know Nancy just through social media. I actually sent her a record of Shea Torrent because I knew that she knew Shea. And I had come across one in a local thrift store. So I sent her one of his records, and she used to comment on my posts a lot. So kind of consider her the godmother of us baseball organists. But she'll certainly be missed, and there's not enough words to say about Nancy B. Heffley.
Hi, this is Steve Garvey, and I'm honored to talk about the mistress of music for the Dodgers for 30 or 40 years, Nancy B. I more or less grew up with her. You know, when I first came up in the 70s and the 80s, spending 15 years in LA, she always seemed to capture the moment. The melody and the music to the moment was something that she truly was a Hall of Famer, so to speak. So again, to everybody, Nancy B. was an integral part of the Dodger organization and for all the fans. She made lots of memories with her music. God bless.
So, Paul, did you know about Nancy B?
Similar to Matthew, I knew her just through social media, and I gave her really good credit for that because being older, it's not everybody's on that. And she would see my posts and she would comment to it. So I was always very flattered that she even saw it.
So, Josh, I suspect that you probably didn't know her since you didn't come on board till 2020.
That's right. I'm a late arrival to the baseball Oregon game, so did not know her. I wish I'd had the chance to hear her play.
Yeah, she was great. So, Tommy John, I think what we're going to do is we're going to let you go, my friend. Hold on one second. Let's go back over to Tommy's scene here, if I can find it. Here we go. So, Tommy, I know it's late out there in Florida. I'm going to let you go, and one of these days, sometime soon, we really need to get you on board and have a whole Tommy John night on Jammin' Java. Would you be up for that?
I certainly would.
I love it, man. You're a great friend and a great man and a baseball legend, and let's get you in the Hall of Fame, brother.
I'll drink to that.
All right, my friend. All the best. Thank you so much for coming on Jammin' Java, Tommy John. See you later, buddy. All right, I'm going to segue to I'm going to play a song, and then we'll come back with all of our illustrious panel of organists here. What song can we play? Let's do a baseball song. Well, how about the song? This is just a little clip. This is a teaser of the song that is played at every baseball game, probably, again, more than anything else. How about let me get the right clip here. And, well, maybe not. Oh, here, I have to go here. Bear with me, everybody. Too many buttons, And it goes like this.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out, to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. For it's 1, 2, 3 stacks around at the old ball game. At the old ball
You guys have played that song, I think, before, right?
I wish I kept track of how many times.
Okay, here, I'm going to go around the horn. What key do you play it in, Josh?
I default to D, but especially if the singer is an actual singer or musician, I'll ask them if they want something different.
Okay, so is that the same? Are you nodding your head yes, Bobby? Same for you?
I play it in C demolished.
Oh, I know that key. Yeah, that's my favorite key. How about the Yankee perspective?
C also.
C also. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
found it in. So
There's another song that I know that you guys play at practically every game, if not every game, indeed. And that is the Star Spangled Banner. Now that you have to accompany singers all the time on that, or most of the time on that. Josh, what do you? I'm assuming you got it in every key now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't play it actually at the ball games. At Wrigley, usually they'll do it a cappella, or occasionally they'll accompany themselves.
Oh, interesting. How about you, Mr. Yankee Paul Cartier? Is that this? How do you have to accompany?
If there's a singer, they do it a cappella. I am lucky enough to get to do it usually when Toronto comes in, because so just a little back on that. Mr. Steinbrenner used to like the military versions. So they still do it often. In one game, it'll be the Army band, the Marine band. They just play the version of it. But when Toronto's in, apparently they didn't have an O Canada recording.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I get to play O Canada and the United States anthem usually.
Now, how about you, Bobby? Do you accompany singers for that typically?
Well, before I answer, I want to say what a pleasure to finally meet Paul and meet Josh, and it's just wonderful. What a life we have. You know what I'm saying. With that said, pretty much we have a cappella singers or groups or musicians come in to do the anthem. However, interesting enough for me, during the COVID, when we came back in 2021, I played the anthem, and you guys probably did too, every game, because we didn't bring in the guest artist. So I played every game, and I normally play it in the key of B flat. So I was kind of a soloist for a year. It was fun, but I enjoy sitting back and letting other people, because when they come to sing the anthem, this is their life. This might be the biggest thing they ever do in their whole life. So it's very, very nice to share the field and the stage with our guest for the anthem.
I find most of them don't want accompaniment. Most of them.
Interesting. I find that at Dodger Stadium, where Dieter Ruhl is, I hear him accompany a lot of singers there. I don't know if that's more Hollywood or what, I find it fascinating that you don't, Bobby, sorry, get my brain going here. I find it fascinating that you haven't met. So have any of the three of you met each other?
Bobby and I have talked for years online.
Yeah. Internet friends, keyboard friends.
Anytime I
literally.
get somebody I know, anytime I get somebody I know who's going to the game, I always tell them to go up and say hi.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, and they do. Let me add something here too. You're talking about being from the same town in Illinois, and
how crazy is that?
Being in New Jersey, and Paul, I know you were a volunteer fireman for how many years? A lot.
Still am, 47 years.
Okay, I didn't make it that long, but I was a volunteer fireman in Geneva on the Lake, Ohio, for 5 years. So we're brothers.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
My EMT just expired after 47 years. Yeah, and
congratulations,
there's the gentleman. Thank you. The gentleman in Cincinnati, Bill Schutte. Is that he says his name? He's a career firefighter.
Yes. Also fire. Yeah. We're brothers. Yeah.
It's amazing that all three. There are so few. I know there are 30 baseball teams. I don't know how many organists. Do you guys know off the top? Anybody?
9.
The last time I counted,
of us that
19.
play every game.
Okay. That's
a small
club.
I think there was about 19 the last time we looked.
Okay. That's a small club, man. I'll tell you what. And you play, and as I mentioned at the top of the show, you guys play probably in front of more people than any other organist on the planet or in history.
It really adds up.
What do you think about? Do you ever think about that, Josh, when you're playing? That gosh, there are millions of people listening to me.
I do my best to not think about that. Yeah.
Eddie Layton had once mentioned that he played in front of more people than the Rolling Stones.
Wow, exactly.
Yeah. What a guy. He was great. Yeah.
Why don't you
Speak
talk
of a
about?
legend.
You talk about legend. Eddie Layton was indeed one of the legendary organists for baseball, and Paul was actually, you were handpicked by Eddie Layton, right, Paul?
I was, and that is a tremendous honor.
Oh,
At
yes.
the yes, at my audition, which was really short and sweet. It was in February. There was snow on the ground, and it was freezing because where the booth was actually you were outside. You were in glass, but it was freezing. And he just came in and he stood behind me and he was like, "Play Happy Birthday, play the national anthem, play the Canadian anthem." And you'd only play a few bars, and he was like, "That's good, next." And I think he asked me to play one or two songs, of course, New York, New York. And then he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "You're the guy." So
That's
Amazing.
awesome.
I can't even
Wow.
imagine. I can't even relay the feeling of that.
So, Bobby, Bobby Freeman, tell us what you know, or if you had any connection with the great Eddie Layton.
Only that I loved him from afar. His music, he played for the television soap operas for many years.
I didn't
So
know
I would
that.
listen to those. Oh yeah, and that was for many years. And anytime you did see a clip of Eddie, it was always funny, always clever, always timely. And so, being a Hammond organist, I tried to copy some of his stuff. One thing I will let out of the bag here: Eddie Layton was responsible for the charge and the dump, 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 dump. He was the first organist that did that. And guys, you probably already know this, but when we go dum 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 dum, Eddie Layton was the original. And when you do it, dum 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 dum, here's the leader of the club is made for you and me. It's the beginning of Mickey Mouse.
It is.
I figured that
Do you
out
know?
myself, but no, it is, and Eddie was just so clever at stuff like that. And I want to tell real quick, when I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and talking about the snow and the cold, Paul, that was one of the reasons I had zero interest of being the Cleveland Indians organist. I love baseball, but that guy was sitting out in a booth, and we had more snow outs for opening day and everything. And people say, "Hey, why don't you go in and play that thing?" I said, "I have no interest." Who knew what was going to happen? But it's just, who knows?
One of
So
my
you all
first
come. Oh, go
games-
ahead, Paul. Yeah.
One of my first games in the stadium when it was chilly, Eddie had a small heater in there. It was the old type with the elements and stuff. So I plugged it in. Why not? It's there. Why not use it? Yep. Knocked the radio booth right off.
And Josh, I visited your booth, and before you, 1998, I came back with the team, our original year, to just be with the team and take in Wrigley Field, and I couldn't believe when I come up to the booth. Yeah, I'm just like the total tourist. I get up there, and there's Gary, and I'm going, "Oh my God, you can see the lake from here." And I realized after I said that, "Oh, you doofus!" But anyway, you have an issue because you're cold, and then the hard thing is in the summertime, you're really hot up there.
Right, yeah, and we've got that front window open. So our PA announcer has it worse than I do because he's right up there. But, there's air conditioning, there's heat, so we get by, yeah. But you do get wild swings.
Wow. Yeah,
Yes.
so now you're indoors, I think, aren't you? Here, let me go back over here to the right place here. There we go. Paul, you're indoors all the time, or there's an open window or something, right?
Well, you played.
Yes.
Why did you put that clip up? Show the clip of you playing at the stadium.
That was such an honor for me to get to play at Yankee Stadium. The illustrious.
Oh, wow.
It's an honor to have you.
The mighty Hammond organ, too, and that's one thing. Paul and I have that in common. We're Hammond organ brothers. Let's talk about what organ you played, Josh, up at in Chicago.
So we've got a Lowry Legacy. We've had this model for 3 years, but it's been a Lowry since Gary was playing. And basically a synthesizer, but it's got really nice organ patches. It captures the sound of the ballpark, and you can throw in lots of other stuff for effect. Yeah. So, and
Lowry from Chicago.
it's good for
was.
pregame too, with the rhythm settings and that kind of thing.
Now, wasn't
So-
Chicago the first time there was an organ in the ballpark? Is that true?
Yes.
And it was Hammond, if
and
I
I'm not
remember
going to
right.
be able to tell you what year that was, but yeah, it was a Hammond, I think. Yeah.
And fair disclosure.
1941.
What year, Bobby?
1941. Now, I'm sorry I jumped in, but yeah.
Oh no, please! I,
mean,
want you
Chicago-
guys
it's good.
jump in here, guys.
can
We're
be
just
so
going to have
proud
a
of
round.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, the owner of the Cubs at the time, he wanted to add more to the game, and they had the Dixieland band outside of the ballpark, and then they would
Interesting.
patrol inside the ballpark during the game. So he's trying to figure out something to get music into the ballpark and get the fan experience better, and came up with the electronic organ because you could hook it up to the naval speakers, which they did up to a few years ago. They just had that PA speakers, but yeah, all of that tradition started right in your ballpark, Josh, with the Hammond organ. It was 1941.
And fair disclosure, full disclosure, I set up a meeting with Josh and the Hammond organ liaison because he's my buddy Scott May, who Paul knows. And so I would love to see the Chicago Cubs go back to the mighty Hammond organ. But that's another day.
Yeah, it was good talking with Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you play over there, Bobby, in Arizona?
Well, I'm using a Roland product with a Yamaha Tyrus on top, which Paul also is using. But all of the Roland sounds are sampled, and so I've got total Hammond, 100%. Leslie speaker, percussion, everything's legit, and drawbars, just like Paul has. And then I'm also blessed with the Roland to be able to do theater, so I can go into the heavy, what do you call it? Haunted house type of theater to do a lot of chants, and then I can go into the nice mellow theater organ sounds too. So I feel I have the best of both worlds, a lot of versatility, and then of course with the keyboard and all, I can do the synthesizers and the drums, and again, sing like Paul does, and we have, and then Josh, you have I used to be a rep for Lowry, a fine instrument. You get the strong organ sound, and then you can get drums, any instrument you want. So we're blessed. We have the tools that we need to do our job.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
No question about it. And you're a new adventure for you, I think, is this Arizona Baseball Museum, Bobby. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, that's very nice of you. Yeah, I'm on the board of the Arizona Baseball Museum, so please check it out. We just opened in February, and we're way ahead of our expectations of our attendance, our programming, our exhibits. It's just such a blessing to take a dream that it just didn't seem possible, let's say. And it's really up and going. So we're going to be year round. And we did a program where I come in and I can do a concert. I bought a Roland organ, the keyboard, just like I have at the ballpark, and then also bought a Yamaha grand piano. So we're a performing arts center as well. So what I'm really going to push besides our exhibits is having kids come in from the Mesa School District and all, and come in, and they don't have to play piano, organ, if they play trumpet, whatever instrument. So we're going to encourage and get music back in the elementary school level, especially, and professional level as well, and maybe an organ convention. Hint, hint, hint.
Oh, that is so cool. And you know who introduced me to you, but is a young lady named Blue Parr. She works for a promoter.
She's in Cleveland right now.
Yeah.
She's in Cleveland.
And they are a great. Danny Zalisco is a great promoter, great friend, and we've done so many shows. And Blue, but you know her allegiance baseball wise, don't you, Bobby?
Yes.
She's a Dodger fan from Arizona, but I digress.
And that's fine. We love we love everybody. That's the great thing about the museum is that I can stay non-denominational. So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
We're bringing everybody in, and let's not forget we had that great World Series in 2001. I mean, we brought everybody back and made them happy for a few weeks, and it was more important than who won, who lost. It was just that baseball, the game of baseball, and the Yankees and the Diamondbacks were fortunate enough to be a part of that.
And you have
So,
your ring,
anyway.
though, too, from, what year was it, 2017?
Yeah, I've got
15.
2001 and 2023. Yeah. And the All-Star ring, too. We had that in 11. So that's all in the museum right now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But,
and I know Paul has a ring.
For mentioning that. Yes, go ahead, Paul.
Tell us about your World Series experience and your All-Star game experience.
Yeah, I got to do the All-Star game in the last year at the Old Stadium. So that was a very long day, but it was a very fun day. And yeah, they didn't have any ring for that. What I remember thinking was, I'm going to get some rings with an S.
Yeah.
We've only had one since I'm there, which was 2009. And then, a couple of years ago, I thought we might. My very first year was 2004, and we were up 3-0 in the ALCS. And I'm like, wow, my first year, and I'm going to the World Series. And then the Red Sox had something to say about that and came back and won 4 in a row. Then my whole thought was they're going to blame it on the new organist.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, baseball players and baseball people tend to be a little bit superstitious, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot.
So, Josh, you haven't had the pleasure. Go ahead, Bobby.
I have not had the pleasure. No. It was looking pretty good last year. It's looking okay this year. We might get there still. A lot of baseball left to play.
There is. And I hate to say this.
We can't be there. I root for you guys.
And, Bobby, I hate to even say this. I was at the game. I went to 3 games, all 3 games here this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we got swept for the first time this year, swept by the second place Arizona Diamondbacks in Dodger Stadium. Talk about humble pie.
Well, it was kind of surprising what all went down, but that's how the game goes. And I love when the players say, well, today wasn't so good for us, but we get up tomorrow and it's a whole new day. And that's really a true fact of life. By the way, Josh, were you involved in, because I'm trying to do my years here, were you involved in the World Series that the Cubs were in a few years back? Were you on the Organist?
I just watched it as a fan. No, I was not playing at that point. No, that was Gary. That was Gary.
Okay. Well, you're going to get one. You'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
Not if the Dodgers have anything to say about it, but I digress.
Hey, one thing you don't want to do, back in 2011, and we had the home run derby, and that's when it really dragged out, like over 3 hours long. I played the whole thing.
Wow.
We didn't have a DJ at the time. We didn't have a DJ yet. Oh, man, talk about going through a repertoire. And
what kind of stuff did you play?
Everything. I back to the 1940s, the 50s, the 60s. It didn't matter. And, I'm just in the background anyway. But, boy, that got long. Yeah. I must admit.
Yeah. Okay, I've got to hear somebody in the chat has asked this question. Do you guys ever get in trouble? Let's start with Paul Cartier.
Baseball, no. Hockey, I got spoken to once by the NHL. I was really a kid, so I was blessed. For those of you who follow hockey, I was there when the Islanders were winning the Stanley Cups, and we used to do anybody with 2 syllables. So we had Billy Smith. You could go bump bump Billy, bump bump Bossy, bump bump Bossy. So there was one game. Now remember, I'm a huge fan, and the ref made what was a very questionable call, and the crowd started to chant, and I went bump bump, and they were saying BS instead. So the next game, I came upstairs, and there's a guy sitting at the organ booth with an NHL jacket on. Like, did you happen to play the game the other night? And I was like, yeah, why? And he said, well, we were not happy with the fact that you kind of led the crowd in chanting something they shouldn't be saying. And I was like, I did? I was doing Billy. I didn't realize what they were saying.
Wow.
So he's like, all right, well, we've never had an issue. So that's it. And then the only thing, I guess, you have any restrictions? I mean, as always, you can't play the three blind mice thing. Right?
Hey, somebody,
That was
one of
the
you
thing I
guys
was
tell the
told.
story about that, because I know there's a historical thing where one of the baseball organists, what was his name? But he played three
minor
blind
league
mice.
game, right?
Wilbert Snap, right?
I think that was a minor league game, wasn't it?
No, I think in
Yeah,
a baseball.
minor league,
Oh,
yeah.
as a minor. Okay. Well, do you
Yeah, they
anybody
threw
know
him
this?
out.
Yeah, tell that story
way
if
I
you
heard
know
it-
Played it, and the ump turned around and tossed him.
But then, like the next day, the ump took him out to dinner. This is the way I heard the story.
I never heard that, but that's funny.
Oh, that is funny. So, how about you, Bobby Freeman? You ever get in trouble? But you've been there so long too. You've got
Well,
tenure.
unfortunately not, because I put in 8 years in the PCL. I played the games in Scottsdale Stadium for the Firebirds, which was the Giants AAA. And the good thing about PCL is that you could pretty much play whatever you wanted. They called it entertainment. You not play three blind mice, but if the other team made an error, I could play the circus music and all that kind of stuff. But I knew once I went into the major leagues, that was over, and I had to stay very corporate and careful. So fortunately, I've not had any issues. And since I did play spring training games here for a few years with the pitch clock before it went to the major leagues, I didn't have any trouble. I didn't have any trouble with the pitch clock either. But as Paul and Josh both know, that the difference is that as soon as that ball is going foul and you know it's going to go foul, you gotta go. You can't hesitate. If you hesitate, you're done. Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to have.
What's
that?
worse now is, so now we had that restriction where you have a restriction because of the clock, and now we have the challenge for the pitch. So you have to delay to make sure there's no challenge, and then you got to get going quick.
Yeah.
So now you got cut off on the front
and all of a
end.
sudden, they go, "Oh, it's a challenge! Stop!" And they get all excited.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody yells at you for it, but yeah, you guys know that's right. So I have to look at the clock. I got to look at the foul ball, and I got to look at the umpire. Yeah, I say but all of us. Yeah, we're all. But you know what? It's a challenge.
Do you have a whole team
We
there?
make
Then
it work.
is there a whole production team there associated with you there, Bobby, in the booth or something?
15 or 16 on my headset.
Wow.
So I'm hearing everything. I'm hearing the cameras. I'm hearing what they're going to do with the DJ. Yeah, we're hearing everything. And plus, I'm out with the fans. It's kind of a challenge. So you guys come out to Chase. Please come see me. Keep visit and see me. And I have fans right next to me all game
cool.
long. And
that's great. Do you,
Yeah,
Josh?
it's cool,
do you have
but-
fans with you, Josh?
No, I am safely ensconced in the booth. But like Bobby, I've got all the production team on headset with me. Yeah,
all the chatter.
I'm gonna we'll have a little musical segment here, just as a quick interlude. And one of my favorite baseball players was the great Clayton Kershaw, and I wrote a song as a tribute to him. Any of you guys have any recollection of Clayton Kershaw? Because I know you've played a game where he pitched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a great pitcher.
Great pitcher and a great guy. So check this out, everybody. This is How Cool. This is a song I wrote called How Cool is Number 22, Dodger Blue. How cool is number 22, Dodger Blue? That sax player is my buddy Warren Ham, who plays in a band called Ringo's All Stars, and you guys may have heard of a band called the Beatles.
Oh yeah,
He's awesome.
Yeah, they were just here. Yeah.
Is that right?
Hey, let me tell you, buddy, and everybody here, Josh and Paul, and there's an open invitation to you all to come perform at the Arizona Baseball Museum whenever your schedule allows you. And
thank you so much.
I've got the stuff. But if you have to have a Lowry or you have to have a B3, I can make it happen for you. So you're all welcome to come perform. Please keep that in mind.
Oh,
thanks.
That's so cool. It's so cool to have baseball museums popping up here and there too. And Arizona is a perfect place because you have all the spring training games there. But Chicago and New York, they're pretty iconic cities for baseball too.
Yeah. That place called Cooperstown. Yeah. Oh wow.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Hey, so let's digress just for a second too. Speaking of Cooperstown, because Tommy John is a dear friend, and it seems to be a snub to me that he's not in the Hall of Fame. Any perspectives from you guys? By the way, 288 wins. Forget the Tommy John. Besides the Tommy John surgery.
Those stats you listed were astounding.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. Really impressive.
It's mind-boggling. Makes no sense.
It's like everything is politics, isn't it? But one of these days he'll get in, no question. Just win. Josh, I've got some pictures here that I want to share, and one thing I still find it fascinating, Josh, that here. Let me go to the pictures here. If this is going to work.
Oh no.
Okay, guys. The guy in the middle, the tall guy. I'm the short one, by the way. The tall guy is also from Litchfield, Illinois, and
what?
And here's the crazy thing. The reason I'm a Dodger fan, I'll just say this quickly, is I'm from a little town called Litchfield, Illinois, population 6,000, 1 hour north of St. Louis. I played in the Little League Dodgers for about 5 or 6 years, as a boy. And so I became fascinated and great allegiance with the Dodgers. I've been a lifelong fan. This guy standing next to me there was also on that same Little League team. His dad was the manager. My dad was the coach. His name is Robert Plummer. This guy was so poor that he had an outhouse when he grew up. He grew up and made a fortune in the lumber business, and now he's one of the owners of the Los Angeles Dodgers. How crazy is that?
Wow. Yeah.
So another Litchfield buddy of yours there, Josh.
Litchfield, Illinois, baseball nexus of the Midwest.
That's right,
man.
It sounds like a pretty good in, Robbie.
So whenever he comes out to the games, I go to the games. I spent all weekend mourning with him as the Dodgers were getting whooped, but that's life in the fast lane. Okay,
you.
Josh, now you have to look at this picture closely. Do you recognize the facility that I'm in there?
I think everything is different now. So that the church?
That's my wedding picture, if you can believe that.
Okay, yeah. There have been some changes.
And that is the church that Josh's dad was the pastor in.
Wow,
now
okay.
Zion Lutheran Church in Litchfield, Illinois. And by the way, Nancy and Jane Martin both said to tell you hi.
Oh, okay. Tell them hi right back.
And you used to work for them, I think, right?
Yeah. The Best Western, yeah.
And they're my cousins. Litchfield is a small place, you guys. But there's Josh at his office there, huh?
Right. There's the previous Lowry, yeah.
Ah, it's a different one. Okay. Here, I've got some more neat pictures of Josh Langhoff at work. Now, what is this about here, Josh?
Oh, right. So I was just at the College World Series in Omaha. Played the first 12 games. So up until the finals, and then John, my counterpart, took over for the finals. But that was a great event.
I bet.
Yeah. A lot of baseball. Yeah.
And you do a lot of writing, I understand, too. You do critiques and reviews?
Before pandemic, I was doing more. But yeah. So I was writing for a number of different outlets about music, and that's at one of the pop conferences in Seattle, where lots of music writers get together every year and put on presentations and stuff like that. So
I found it fascinating.
Still friends with a lot of those people.
Checking out some of what you're doing these days, and it looks like you have quite a varied background musically, classical and rock and the whole 9 yards. What is your philosophy? And then we'll go around the horn. What's your philosophy, basically, on how you approach baseball music in terms of repertoire and style and stuff like that?
I figure you've got to appeal to everyone who's in the stands, and that means all different age groups. So I'm playing 50s stuff. I'm learning new Disney songs, playing new Olivia Rodrigo songs, and learning recent Latin Mexican hits, recent rap songs, country songs, because people in the stands like all different kinds of music. So that is basically it. It's there to speak to everyone who's at the game.
And how about you, Bobby? Is that you nodding your head? Stylistically, you have to cover a lot of bases, I imagine.
Josh nailed it.
No
That's
pun
right,
intended, by the way.
Yeah, well taken. We have folks in the stands that are from a few months old to sometimes over 100 years old. So to me, that gives us the opportunity to, it doesn't matter what song. We just try to pick a genre, maybe an era, a decade to pull out a song. So every day there's an opportunity for a fresh new song, even though the song's 50 years old. So lots of times while I'm driving to the ballpark, I'll hear, this is a 50-year anniversary of Captain of Teneo, Love Will Keep Us Together. Well, that's my opening song, because I'm fortunate enough with the Diamondbacks, they give me an opening 3 minutes and I get to play. And
that's great.
So I do stuff like that, and so it keeps us fresh. And another thing that I've been doing a lot, and kind of taking from Dieter Ruhl, who is leading this part, he'll take an old song and then kind of put it with the newer beat, and that's easy to do. So it's a techno, whatever. So I listen to obviously the Dodger broadcasts, and Dieter has some really clever stuff for
He
what we
is
call
very clever.
chants.
Now, I listen to him more than anybody,
Yes.
obviously, but he is very clever, no question.
The thing that's been a fan favorite, because they can walk right up to me and talk to me, and what I really enjoy. So I'll play like synthesizer. I'll start with Separate Ways and play like I don't know bars and measures and that because I'm self taught. I don't read music or anything, so I just fake it. So I'll do like 10 seconds of Separate Ways, and then of course go into Let's Go D-backs. And so that's been a challenge and a lot of fun, and that means it's fresh every day. And then having the DJ in the ballpark, I absolutely love it because he can handle all the he can handle all the new stuff and what the players really like. And it's a great mix to have the DJ and myself. We're covering literally, talk about a pun, all the bases in musically.
Amen, brother.
And I've never been happier at the ballpark because now it's like it's not all on me. You know, I'm just part of it.
Let me ask
and
you
I'm
a
sure it's the
different-
same thing for you guys.
Go ahead, Paul. Let me ask you a quick different question, though. So what well, actually, what do you want to elaborate on about any of this, actually? Let's just go there.
No, they covered it both great because you really have to cover everything. So, and like Bobby, I may just learn the hook. So I finish out each half inning. So I might, and it gives me maybe 8 to 10 seconds. And just, you may say some of the newer songs, so they don't always really relate well to organ, but you might be able to get the hook in there so they hear that and they think you're keeping up on stuff. So I also keep in mind that Yankee Stadium is also part of like tourists. So I always try to make sure to get a few New York songs in there. I always start with my set. I'm lucky. I get about 10 to 15 minutes before, about 45 minutes to an hour before the game. And I always start with New York, New York, because Eddie Layton always started with New York, New York. And I always remember going to the ballpark and going, okay, now the stuff's going to start. I hear New York, New York,
Yeah.
So we've just kept that going. But yeah, otherwise, that's it. You need to keep up with the new stuff, but people do, in fact, like to hear the older older stuff, too. And I try to get some Broadway stuff in there, too.
And might I say, even like Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, even, right?
There's always Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love it. And one of the honors, and Frankie just loves the idea, as Paul, and I've shown him videos that you've sent me. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but the Yankees, you guys play Can't Take My Eyes Off You, not Paul playing organ, but the record at the seventh inning on Friday nights. Is that right, Paul?
Friday night, right after I do Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and the entire place sings it.
Yeah.
That's a cool tradition.
That is so cool. And so take that, Neil Diamond, huh?
Right.
But let me say another interesting affiliation. You know that Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline that they always sing in Boston, that's become a tradition up there. The guy who did the horn arrangement for that, bum, 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 those three notes, his name is Charlie Colello. He was Frankie Valli's arranger in those old days. Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew? And then Neil Diamond fired him because he hated it. Go ahead.
I have another little factoid for you.
Let's hear it.
You may know, but I've done a lot of speaking engagements with schools and whatever corporations and I did some surveys and some research and found out that Major League Baseball is the only major sport that has its own song.
Wow, that's fascinating. And it is a great song.
We're the only sport. Yep.
Is this the song you're talking about? Bum, 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 bum. I kid. But you said Eddie Layton started that song. He should have copyrighted that song.
I got something else on that.
Go ahead.
I got something on that. I think it was about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Somebody tried to say they had the copyright on it. And do you know, I was prohibited from playing that.
You're kidding.
For like a whole season.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had a big card in front of me that says "Do not play the." Oh yeah, because it was like a pretty hefty fine.
Now the song you're talking
So-
about
They
is
got through it.
bump, 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 bump. That thing.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody said they wanted copyright so that we could. You know what I did, Bobby? I played it
Why?
backwards.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, good move.
And you know what that is?
Retrograde.
Meow, 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 meow.
The meowics.
And here's how.
I do a variation.
And
I do a
here's
variation of that on day games where I do the SpongeBob
Okay.
SquarePants thing. Bum, bum,
Oh, that's
bum, bum,
fascinating. Well, listen, guys, we should wrap this up because I've kept you way longer than I thought, and normally the show gets over a minute ago. Let's go around the table one more time. Anything you want to share with the audience about your gig, how blessed you are to be doing what you do, and let's start with Bobby Freeman.
People ask me the question almost every game that when do you plan to retire? And I say when it's not fun anymore. And the most thing for me is to come to the ballpark and have interaction with the fans like I do, and they can come up seventh inning stretch and be on the camera with me, and that they just make a special deal before they go to their seats to come meet me. And really quickly, a lot of young boys and girls are playing the piano now because I spent a few minutes with them. So I guess I said I have no plans of retiring. My retirement plan is to take me out of here feet first. And what can I say? I love what I do.
That's perfect. Josh Langhoff, how about you, brother? Anything you want to share with the audience?
This job is such a blessing. I'm so fortunate to have it. Getting to meet all the fans, people come up to visit the booth is great. And it always stays new. It's a job that always finds a way to stay new and fresh. And it's like any day you get to go to a ball game is a good day. And so to be guaranteed 41 good days per year, because of your job, what could be better than that? So, yeah. Terrific.
And I'm assuming you're doing what you love to do, right?
Yeah, totally.
Paul Cartier, how about you, my friend?
Yeah, so my real job was air traffic controller for 27 years, retired in 2015. And I get people come up, I thought you retired. When I'm playing the organ, they're like, I thought you retired. I'm like, why would I retire? This doesn't work. You're sitting here coming to a ball game, and watching the game and having fun. And I'll tell you one thing I do. I've always tried to, if I can make somebody remember this game because of something I did for them. It's a little tougher now because we play. The Yankee Stadium is doing more like some of the other stadiums where we're playing more. But I wish I could have gone up to meet Jane Jarvis or Eddie Layton. They were always in the press box and you couldn't do that. So if I get a little guy comes over and wants to take a picture, I make time. They can take the picture, and I'll put them up on the bench with me. Even turn off the speakers, obviously, out to the stadium. And I've done this where I'll say, "Okay, play this note," and I put them on a G. And then I'll say, "Now play this note." I put them on an E, and then I'll say, "Play the G and the E twice," and I'll go bump, 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 and I'm like, "You just played Let's Go Yankees." Meanwhile, mom and dad are filming this, and the kid's got a big smile. And if that makes that kid remember that day forever, I've accomplished what I want to do.
That's so cool. Well, all you guys, may you never, ever retire. I get that question when are you going to retire? What are you talking about? Frankie Valli gets that question. When are you going to retire? What are you talking about? So we're all doing what we love to do, and so it's a big blessing to play music, and even a bigger blessing, I imagine, to play music and for baseball games.
Blessed.
So, guys, thank you so much. We could probably go on for a long time here. Paul Cartier, organist for the New York Yankees. Thank you, my brother. Josh Langhoff, organist for the Chicago Cubs. Thank you so much, and my Litchfield brother. And thank you, my new friend, Bobby Freeman, Arizona Diamondbacks. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys all rock
I'll
big
get out
time.
to see you, Bobby. I will get out there.
God bless you
Love
guys.
you all.
Thank
You're
you
all
so
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you. Wow. That was so super cool. We'll play one song here, and then I'll come back and we'll say goodnight. But, oh, man, that could go on forever. Here we go.
got a beat-up glove, a homemade bat, a brand new pair of shoes. You know, I think it's time to give this game a ride. Just to hit the ball and touch them all, a moment in the sun. It's gone and you can tell that one goodbye. Play today. Put me in coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me, I can be put me in coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me, I can be.
All right, play ball. It was such a cool thing to have all those great organists on the show with me tonight. Never know what we're going to do next Monday, so come back, tune in, Jammin' Java next Monday, 7 p.m. on California time, Pacific time. I'll see you all next Monday. Be there, be square. God's big blessings to each and every one of you. Good night, y'all.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for my home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out, to the ball game. Take me out.